As tough as nails, a heavy smoker, a mountain of a man, but an intelligent man, Michael Barrick was one of the many underrated characters from the Gears of War expanded universe, but unfortunately, he could not outrun his fate. As always, I'm your host Abz, and here is the downfall of Michael Barrick. Michael Barrick was one of the many soldiers stationed in the Timgad region at the time of the Lightmass bombing, at the end of Gears of War 1. After the bombing, all of the Gears stationed in Timgad began developing the terminal respiratory condition known as Rustlung, including Barrick himself. 2 months later, Michael Barrick lost his entire squad in a skirmish southwest of Jacinto and was found by Delta 1. A week later, Barrick was reassigned to Delta 1 once again. They were sent on a mission to the city of Montevado to investigate reports of the city experiencing seismic disturbances. Once they reached Montevado, Barrick asked them what the seismic disturbance they were looking for was going to look like. Marcus realised he had a point, and Dom pointed out that they did not have any specialised equipment to detect anything. So Marcus later became annoyed with the mission, and ordered the squad to split up, with Barrick and Marcus scouting the south side of the city, while Dom and Jace took the north side, and see if they could find anything. As they searched, Marcus asked about Barrick's family, assuming that is why he joined Operation Lifeboat. This was basically a COG propaganda policy that involved the conscription of stranded into the COG army, in return for transporting their families to more secure regions in Jacinto. But Barrick told Marcus that he joined up because being a Gear was far more interesting than being a stranded. Barrick was confused that no one was left at all in a city the size of Montevado, but Marcus told him they might just be hiding extremely well. Barrick coughed again and spat out blood, so Marcus told him he needed to quit smoking, but Barrick said it was not the smoking that was causing the blood, it was Rustlung. But before he could explain more about Rustlung, they came under attack by a group of wretches. They killed several of them, but the rest suddenly retreated when the ground began to shake. Montevado then began to sink into the ground, for reasons unknown to the Gears. They survived the sinking, but most of Barrick's armour was badly damaged and falling off. Barrick and Marcus discovered their bot, called Stan, was crushed under falling rocks. The two then headed to regroup with Jace and Dom, using their armour locators to guide them. As they moved towards them, Barrick informed Marcus about Rustlung, and how a bunch of Gears who had been stationed in Timgad after the bombing came down with Rustlung, including him. He told Marcus that it had been getting worse since then, so that was why he was unconcerned with smoking, and he lit up the last cigarette in his pack, which would be very symbolic to show that his end was near. When the two reached Dom and Jace, they found them under attack in a heart leech nest. Marcus and Barrick helped save Dom and Jace and eliminated all of the heart leeches. After they killed the leeches, Marcus told them they were going to stay together and wait for evacuation the next day. But unfortunately, this is where you just don't know what's going to happen next. A corpser suddenly punched through a nearby wreckage, and blood mounts came pouring through, supported by drones. The 4 of them were ambushed and were under attack. As they fought the blood mounts, they discovered that they were very low on ammo, and you need a lot of ammo to kill blood mounts. They managed to kill several, but they were going to be overrun. They simply didn't have the ammo. Jace hoped that Marcus could think of a plan. He always did. So Marcus ordered Dom and Jace to climb out of the sinkhole, while he and Barrick held the Locust back. Barrick eventually told Marcus to escape himself as well, that Marcus had a squad to save, but Marcus told him that there were too many to take on by himself. Barrick said that he knew that he had already smoked the last cigarette in the pack, and that the Rustlung was going to kill him eventually. He wanted to die fighting. Barrick's mind was set. He had made his decision. He ripped off the remains of his armour and charged into the Locust lines barehanded. He fought off the Locust and blood mounts with his fists. Barrick said, "Go man, go! You got a squad to get out of this hellhole." Marcus hesitated, but Barrick said again, "Go!" As he ripped Locust apart, Marcus escaped, and Barrick was shot by a beast rider in the back, as he killed 2 other Locusts with his fists. However, he managed to hold off the Locust long enough for the rest of Delta 1 to escape, dying a hero's death to save their lives. Rest in peace, Michael Barrick. He had smoked the last cigarette in the pack, but he went out with a bang, saving his fellow Gears from death. A badass taking on Locust with just his fists. Barrick was one of the many underrated characters from the Gears expanded universe.
You're gonna make a mean gear, kid. Here's to the good fight, living to see another day.
Drop a like if you enjoyed this lore video, subscribe for more similar content like this, and I'll leave a link at the top right of the screen if you want to watch my other lore videos as well. I'm your host Abz, and as always, I will catch you guys next time.